Hey there everybody, this is Camzilla51 back with another Transformers video review, and today we have a very special treat. Today what I have here is the Dark of the Moon limited edition preview pack of Optimus Prime from the upcoming Cyberverse line and the new Dark of the Moon line of toys. And I gotta say, I'm really impressed with this guy. This is his truck mode, and as you can see, it's very nicely detailed, much better than any real Legends class that we've ever gotten, and especially of Optimus Prime. Just the flame decals, the paint scheme in and of itself is just absolutely gorgeous to look at, and it's definitely a step up from other Legends class toys that we've had in the past. So, this is his vehicle mode, and it does roll really well, and it's a nice Peterbilt mode. I gotta say, that's a much better, truck mode, but this is definitely a step up. This is actually right here. This is all painted silver, as well as the rest of the figure, and it's really well done in my opinion. So for some size comparisons, here he is with the Revenge of the Fallen Optimus Prime from the Legends class line, and definitely, as you can see, he is a big step up as far as engineering and overall design goes. This one just looks kind of dinky, and look at those paint decals. They're just not all that great. Whereas you look on this one, you've got flames on the top and the side of the hood right here. You've got flames on the doors. He doesn't have any flames on the top of his cab, but that's okay. It doesn't feel like it's missing. It's just I don't really have any problem with it. He's got this nice jetpack of a trailer. And there are really two ways that you can have this. Either you can have it with the wings swept forward like this, or you can have this option with the wings swept back. And that looks just as good. From the back, if I were to choose which one I like better, I think it would be with the wings swept forward for two reasons. One, with them back, it kind of covers up that rear wheel, and I don't really like that much. And second of all, the other backside is much more impressive. It's got more jet engines than this side does. Also, in this mode where the wings are swept forward, I kind of get the illusion or the feeling that this is supposed to be the start of his trailer that would naturally continue. And it's almost an optical illusion for me, because of this diagonal line, I can see this continuing on, in my imagination to be a full trailer. And I have a feeling like we're actually going to get a trailer with this Cyberverse Optimus Prime. There. The back sometimes untabs if you push down too much on the back here. He also has an impressive flying cab mode, I guess, where if you want to take these wings out to the sides, just like this, and that looks pretty interesting. With Optimus Prime's wings in his truck mode, it might be interesting. You could go flying around with tracks on Bumblebee. But you can either, just like the trailer, you can either have it with the wings forward like this, or forward like this. And personally, I like forward a lot better, because it actually looks like plane wings, because plane wings most often sweep backward like that, and it's got these jet turbines kind of coming out the front. And that looks all cool. And the guns, if you want, you can just pop the guns off on top. And that's what he looks like without any guns on him. And also underneath here he's got two little pegs, and then you can just put the guns into the pegs down here. Just like that. And then you've got, you know, like more of an integrated flying truck mode where you've got this, this gray plastic above and below. Although I don't really know how he'd be able to land, you know, with the guns underneath. So that might be a little bit of a problem. Just, you know, a little amusing. Here he is without any of his jetpack stuff, and this just in and of itself is a really nice, you know, truck mode Peterbilt. And look at the rear back of this. It's even got a little trailer hitch. There's one right there that, you know, is supposed to look like a real trailer hitch, and then this little clip that so desperately wants to be a 3mm clip. It's that close. I've tried clipping on things such as this sword right here, I mean this little knife thing, but this is just a little too wide this way to really fit on there. But it's okay. In replacement of that, what you have here are two little rounded clip points right there, and maybe the smokestacks if you want to consider those. And you start getting amusing things like a giant gun on his back, right? I mean, shoot, that could be really funny. Or whatever. I mean, the only problem I really have with these clip points is they're just barely too thin, and most clips from the existing 3mm weapons just don't have a solid purchase on it. And like I said, you know, smokestacks, kinda. That'd be really funny. If he was driving along.
Come on down, Starscream, you big robot chicken.
That would just be hilarious. But anyways, for a little comparison, without the jetpack with the Revenge of the Fallen Prime, you know, again, this one is far superior. They've definitely come a long way with their Legends line. Here they are side by side like this. So this one's about 2/3 of the size. And also, here he is with some other Legends class figures. Sideswipe, Ironhide. So he's definitely bigger, but that's definitely an advantage when it comes to the robot mode, because, you know, Optimus Prime is the leader and he's supposed to be bigger. And one of the problems with the Legends class line is, while it's a really great concept because you can collect all your favorite characters for a very low cost, the only problem was that they're all pretty much out of scale with each other. Like, you'd have Skids at the same height as Optimus Prime, and that just didn't work. So what this really does that makes me so happy is that it's actually taller, and you can modify the height yourself if you want to, and I'm going to show you that when I get into the robot mode. So for the transformation, basically what you want to do first is come over here to the hood, disconnect it, and bring what will become the legs down like that. Then come around to the back here and split this open to the sides, whoops, like this, and around to the front. And then you can continue bringing these legs down. And then what you want to do is swing the legs around like this and just peg them in right there like that. And then the whole chest slides backwards. And then you can bring the arms down, split the legs right here, and then they're on this sliding joint, so you just grab the foot and slide it out like that, and on the other side like that. Then come around to the back here, fold up his head. Let me show you that from the front if you want a really epic head reveal. Yeah. And then over here at the back, split the trailer and fold it up on the back like that. And there you have it. He's a very simple transformation. He's definitely got, you know, some of the simplicity cues from the Legends class line without having to give up size and really looking a lot, really looking accurate to the character. So for posability, he's actually really well. He's got ball jointed shoulders, uh, elbows that can go all the way up. No head, but he does kinda have a waist. If you untab his waist, then you can swivel it around there, tab it back into place when you want it straight. Ball jointed hips, really nice 90-degree knees, and that's pretty much it. There's nothing really in the feet. You can also add on his jetpack equipment in this robot mode right here. So you can just take his wing things, and they do actually have two clip points. There's one right there, and one, if you can see it, right there. And that one right on the bottom is the one that we're going to use to actually connect it to him. So in the back here, there's that same little clip trailer hitch. Kind of hard to see on the camera. There it is. And you just bring this around, clip it down onto that, and there he's got his jetpack. So I think it's kind of amusing, and I'm sure many other people do as well, that Optimus has retained his dead Jetfire corpse jetpack, and he just, carries it around with him wherever he wants to go. If that is indeed the case, that's going to be really funny in the movie. Or it could just be that he couldn't bear, carrying a corpse around with him, so he had Ratchet build him a new jetpack because he kind of dug the idea of flying around. I don't know. I guess we'll just have to see when the movie comes out. So he can also hold his weapons here in his robot mode. Just, slide them into his hands. And he holds them okay. They're a little bit loose in my opinion, but he definitely looks totally cool with those weapons in his hands. Overall, it makes his hands look less tiny than they really are. Just, kind of by covering up his hands, it's all good there. So that's, one of the good things about keeping his weapons in his hands. Also, for different options, you can go around to the back here in the same place where the weapons clipped onto the jetpack in the vehicle mode. They can clip on here to the back and point them up if you wish. And then there he is with his guns pointed upwards. So if you like that, then that's cool. Also, if you want to point them downwards. The reason that I'm not just swiveling these around is because there definitely is a left gun and a right gun. And it just looks funny whenever you put the left on the right side and vice versa. So this also looks cool. It looks like it's a continuation of those jets, and it's more of a cleaner, compact look if you really like that kind of thing. And then there's a third option if you really want to get, all compressed in there. You can just remove the jetpack and put the guns right here in the slots. And if you're just curious what he looks like with those on his back, without the jetpack on them, there it is. It actually looks really cool. I kind of dig having his guns on his back like that. It looks like an extra set of smokestacks or something. But anyways, you can just angle those out a little bit and then put the jetpack back on like that. And then you have the guns kind of integrated into the jetpack like that. And that looks really cool to me. That it's like, now it's a mega, super, bigger jetpack. And also, you can rotate them down if you wish. Just fiddle with it. And that's what the guns look like when they're rotated down. I actually really like the way this looks too, because it looks like it's like the jet trails from the turbines on his back, and as if he were really flying away and all that kind of fun stuff. But there's definitely a lot of playability with this figure. You can, remove this altogether and just pose him, as he is in his regular old robot mode if you wish, and he still looks just as cool. So for a size comparison, here he is with the Revenge of the Fallen Optimus Prime, and as you can see, there's a large height difference that definitely sets this Optimus Prime apart from the rest. And just overall, I mean, you could see the difference. The one on the left is much better, in my opinion, than the Revenge of the Fallen Optimus Prime. And if you want to make him shorter, you can actually collapse his shins like that until they snap. And that way you've got the knee more in the middle of the leg rather than up higher. And if you stand him next to Legend Optimus Prime, now he's a lot closer if you want him to be that small. So it's really all good that you can just change his scale just at the extension of his legs, and you can really fit it to whatever other characters that you choose him to display with. And that's a really valuable trait in my opinion. Here he is with the Revenge of the Fallen Jetfire in kind of a crouched cane supporting pose, and Ironhide, and sideswipe. Whoops. We'll just fit all these guys in here if we can, as well as the Fallen and Soundwave. And why not? Let's throw Megatron in there in the back. So he, being taller than the rest of them, he definitely looks like a leader, that would lead the Autobots, because in almost every incarnation, Optimus Prime is one of the biggest. And also, two things that are really cool is that since Optimus Prime's legs can extend, if you wish, whenever he's, like in normal Optimus Prime mode, then you can compress his legs just like that. Yeah, they're a little tight. But when he's just normal Optimus Prime, you can compress his legs like that. And then when he's in his upgraded and taller power-up Prime mode, then you can extend the legs and put on his power-up equipment, and it definitely looks like he got some height and some upgrades. Also, another thing that I'd like to mention is that he doesn't really have any blue in his legs. He's just got this black plastic and the red with some of the same silver that's on the rest of this painted on him. So you could kind of think of that as Jetfire's black parts being added onto Optimus Prime, and this being more of a power-up Prime just in and of itself. Whereas the Revenge of the Fallen Prime, you actually had to buy an Optimus and buy a Jetfire and then get something that looked like this. And, well, given the choice between the two of them, I'd take the seasick crocodile. I cracked myself up. Anyways, I'd definitely take the Dark of the Moon Prime, because he looks more integrated with his armor. He doesn't look like he's just got another robot strapped to his back. So, I mean, while this is cool that you can have a backpack that actually becomes a robot, this one is definitely better for the overall combined mode. But definitely an upgrade from all of the other, Legends class figures that we've gotten of Optimus Prime, and overall from the whole Legends line. I'm really interested and excited to see where Hasbro goes with this Cyberverse line, as they're now calling it, that has these Commander class Legends, which are like this, being taller than the other ones, and just overall better figures. I think it might be replacing the Scout class line, maybe. I'm not entirely sure on that. So overall, I'm really, really impressed with this guy. And if this is what we can expect to see from the Dark of the Moon Legends class Cyberverse line, then I'm excited to see more. But until that time, this has been Camzilla51 with the Dark of the Moon limited edition preview pack of the Cyberverse Optimus Prime. and you can pick this guy up at Toys R Us is the only place I've been able to see him right now. So as quick as you can, go pick him up because he's not going to be around for long, and he's probably going to be worth a really nice hefty sum in the future. So again, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. This has been Camzilla51, and I'm signing out. You guys have a great day.